Well, Len and I called the Poison Control Center to ask if poinsettias are poisonous. I mean, that's a big thing with a lot of
what do you get it all? Oh, no.
Oh, yeah.
My dog Fluffy is going to eat it and die.
I know.
I was like, no, aren't they poisonous? I love that because we were on our way to the studio one time when we called from the car, and this is what they had to say. And this is the Poison Control Center. You know, the thing that if like your kid swallows a bottle of detergent. They said they have never had a situation of poinsettia toxicity, and that it is because of what happened in the 1950s in Hawaii that has made it so that poinsettias are supposed to be poisonous. And that this is what she said. In real life, they are not poisonous. You may get some stomach upset like anything else, but the old wise tale is very, very old information. And if you don't believe us, take this number down and call them yourself. 1-800-222-1222. Ask them. So we have this little announcement. Here is some dogs and cats, right? Everybody is about, oh, my dog, my cat, it's going to eat the poinsettia and die. They are not poisonous to cats. They are not poisonous to dogs. You might be surprised that this plant isn't toxic to any pet. Researchers from Ohio State College of Food, Agriculture, and Environmental Science disproved this myth, Mythbusters, that they are not, that if they were poisonous to pets all the way back in 1971. Yet somehow they still have this bad reputation. And it's not, it's not to say that like dogs and cats can go ahead and eat it like a salad. But if it's eaten in large quantities, they'll get, put it this way, they'll get some stomach discomfort. You may have a mess on the floor to clean up. But I guess, if they ate an entire head of, romaine lettuce, you'd probably have the same thing. Despite the myth, the Ohio State study proved that poinsettias are not toxic. It just refuses to die. This is back in 1971. And in their study, they said it's like they're not only are they not poisonous, and they're not poisonous to humans, and they are safe to keep in the house. They taste awful, and they aren't easily digested. But poinsettias are not poisonous, said Claudio Passan, the assistant professor of horticulture and crop science at Ohio State. They tested, and here's another thing. How did it come to be? Like, how did it come? 1944. This is a stupid book. A lot of things were going on in 1944. So let's have a book called The Poisonous Plants of Hawaii. Yeah. So it stated that the milky juice and the leaves are poisonous. Well, wait a minute. At the beginning of the show, we talked about how it was used to encourage breastfeeding. Something's wrong. And it was based on a case in which a 2-year-old child of a U.S. Army officer in Honolulu died from eating a poisonous leaf in 1919. Okay. The book furthermore suggests that the poinsettia leaves and sap cause intense, I don't know what that is, emesis? And catharsis and delirium before death. There was no medical basis for this claim of death, and the author apparently later, he retracted it later on because the conclusion was the poinsettia did not kill the child. However, the damage was done, and the urban legend today still spreads. Fluffy I can't get a poinsettia. Fluffy's going to eat it. The study in the American Journal of Emergency Medicine reviewed 22,793 cases of poinsettia exposure reported to the American Association of Poison Control Centers and did not find a single fatality recorded. Another study in the Journal of Toxin reported the investigators who fed rats up to, how does a rat eat 500 to 600 poinsettia leaves? Did not identify any toxic potential for this plant. Good news. Poinsettias are not toxic. Got it?
Got it.
Excellent.